I can shift a little bit how I do it, and even though they threw the same objection at me the second time that they threw the first time, I'm just spinning it a little bit more, but it's really the same answer. If I could help you get a better result, would you be willing to talk to me about it? Hi there, it's Kevin Ward, the founder of Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training and the creator of FX Extreme Training, the world's best training on how to master for sell by owners and expireds. And I just say that because I got a great question from one of my online members about for sell by owners. And I want to read to you his question and his comments because it's actually kind of long, but I want you to stay with me on this. If you are struggling to master expireds or for sell by owners, this case it's about for sell by owners, then I want you just to, this is a very important conversation that I'm going to have on this video with you, because a lot of mastering for sell by owners and expireds is understanding that the process of mastery actually takes some time. So here is the conversation, the question from Mr. Schnur Sturman. And it's a great question. I love it. So this is in no way making fun of him. I just want you to think about the thinking. Okay, so I just made my first for sell by owner calls today. So congratulations on that. That's awesome. That right there is a huge victory, because for an agent to start calling for sell by owners takes a lot of courage and a lot of grit to actually put yourself out there. I've been practicing the scripts. Thumbs up. I have all the pre-appointment objections on the wall in front of me. Great job. That's awesome. But some of the objections caught me off guard as they weren't on the scripts. Additionally, they repeated the same objection 2 or 3 times. And I couldn't just answer the same way that I answered them before. What do I do about these issues? So this is a great question. Now, this is just the first part of his question. There's 4 parts to it. This is the first part. So in answer to the question, what do I do whenever they ask the same 3 or 4 things? They bring up the same objection more than one time. It depends. It depends on why they're saying the same thing 2 or 3 times. So, for example, here's one of the conversations. How much time do you think it'll take before you might consider hiring the right agent to get your home sold for you? Well, we're going to try it for at least a couple of months. Okay, great. So when the house sells, where are you going next? Well, like I said, we're not going to really interested in hiring an agent. We're going to try it on our own for a couple of months. Got it. So right now you're really just planning to do it on your own. Excellent. And then I go on and they go like, maybe they answer a few more questions. They go like, well, like we said, again, we're not really interested in meeting right now. Just give us a couple of months. If it hadn't sold, then we'll be interviewing agents. And so his question is, I can't just answer the same thing every single time and just say the same exact script. And the answer is, no, probably not. And yet you probably can. You just have to, they're probably saying the objection a little bit different and you're going like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. However, if I could help you get a better result, would you be willing to talk to me? So in the for sell by owner script, and by the way, I'm using the scripts that he's using is from the Book of Yes. So right here, the #1 best-selling book, the Book of Yes, which is the best scripts out there. So he's using the for sell by owner script from this book. Okay? And so one of the questions that you ask them is, if I could help you get the results that you need, help you net the money you need in your pocket and get your home sold, would you consider interviewing me now? Well, like we said, we're going to try it for at least a couple of months on our own before we interview an agent. Right. And I understand you're wanting to try it on your own for a couple of months. That's totally cool. However, if I could help you get a better result, whether it's now or in 60 days, would that matter to you at all? Would you be willing to talk to me about it and at least take a look? So I can shift a little bit how I do it. And even though they threw the same objection at me the second time that they threw the first time, I'm just spinning it a little bit more, but it's really the same answer. If I could help you get a better result, would you be willing to talk to me about it? Well, how are you going to do that? Well, it's a great question. When we meet, we'll go over that specifically. Well, like we said, we're going to try it. We want to try it for at least 30 days because we just don't want to, we don't want to pay the commission and all that. Got it. So the commission's matters. Commission's important to you, obviously, because it's just economics, right? And you want to try it for another 30 days or so on your own. Great. So again, if I could help you get more money in your pocket, would you at least be open to a conversation about that? I'm just going back and literally, I'm asking the same question again. Why? Because that's the real issue. They want more money in their pocket. So it depends on what the objection is. It depends on the scenario and the flow of the conversation. If they throw the same objection 2 or 3 times and it's like, dude, I'm not going to budge, you're not going to get anywhere with me, then maybe it's time to go like, hey, great, well, listen, if anything changes and I can help, let me know. I mean, it just depends on the conversation. So this is why beyond the scripts is the practice and the training and the experience and the coaching and the mentorship. So it's way beyond just, right here's the game plan, but how to execute the game plan is more than just, okay, I got it. I got this game plan now posted up in front of me. I love that you've done that, but there's gonna now take the level of mastery. Here's the next thing, the next part of the comment or question. I'm not a fast talker by nature, and that seems to be working against me at this time. So I'm just going to respond to that by saying what's important is being interested in their situation, not how fast you talk. So I'm not sure what fast talker means, because some people are like, well, you're just a fast talker, meaning you're a slick salesperson. Being a fast talker is not an advantage. Okay, is it bad? No, it's not bad. I talk really, really fast. And yet sometimes talking really fast actually causes people to resist you more. So it's not how fast you're talking. What matters is, and what's important is being authentic and conversational and being interested in their situation. So here's what he said. And remember, he says, I'm feeling pretty down about this right now, as I was really looking forward to making this happen. But I'm not sure if this worked with my personality. All right. So notice, go back to the beginning. How long has he been doing this? Today I made my first for Sell by Owner calls today. It's your first day. And he's like, I'm not sure this works with my personality, because I was excited about making this happen. Well, you did make it happen. You just didn't get the results that you wanted on day 1. Another thing he says, I'm finding is that people generally don't have an interest in answering so many questions. What are the important ones that I should be focused on? Well, again, yes, for Sell by Owners are not interested in answering a bunch of questions. What they are interested in is having a conversation that can help them get a better result. That's the only thing they're interested in. They don't want to talk to you, right? They're not excited about an agent. What they're excited about is getting the best results. So again, this is about the process of mastery. So then the final question that he asked is, well, what about just asking them if I can preview the house so that you get your foot in the door and they get to know you? Would that make it more likely to get a listing agreement in the future? So the answer to that is yes and no. Yes, it may make them trust you. It may make it more likely that they would eventually list with you. But no, just getting your foot in the door is not going to work if you are competing against someone who is a master, against an agent that's got skill, that's going to go in and have a real conversation with them and say, hey, if I could help you get more money in your pocket, would you at least talk to me about it and be willing to interview me? Well, I don't know how you're going to do that, but yeah, we'll interview you. And then that person, if they know what they're doing, they're going to go out, they're going to get the listing, and they're going to get the business while you're still getting your foot in the door. So preview appointments is the easiest way to get into a home of a for sale by owner. I'm not opposed to preview appointments. However, what I am opposed to is thinking that the slow, painful approach of letting them try and fail is going to get them a better result, or is going to eventually get you the listing, because somebody who's better than you is going to come in and get the listing before they get around to trusting you. So when you're better at getting them to make a decision that says, if you could get them a better result, wouldn't it make sense for them to talk to you about that? And the answer is absolutely. Well, how do I help them get a better result? That's the process of mastery. So here's the main thing and the most important thing I want to communicate about this question. What if scripts don't work for me? What if for sale by owners is not cut out for my personality? I've tried it, it didn't work for me. And what I want to do is I just want to kind of shift this and say the gap between Mr. Sturman's experience, his first day of calling for sale by owners, and the results that he wants to get is the gap between skill and mastery, just starting out and being a mastery of skills. Okay, and that means it's simply going to take some time. So I thought, just for fun, I took his questions and I kind of rewrote them. And I like, what if instead of being a real estate agent calling for sell by owners, what if I had just decided I was going to play golf? And I just went out and I bought me a brand new set of golf clubs, brand new pair of golf shoes, got me the glove, the golfing glove, I got my golf balls, and I go out to play my first round of golf. And this is how I felt after my first day of golf. I was really excited about playing golf and having a good time. However, I missed the ball more than I hit it. And when I did hit it, it never went where I wanted it to go. So every time a club didn't work for me, the first time I swung it, I just decided to throw it in the lake because that club just doesn't work for me. And then sometimes the ball went into the trees, and that really threw me off because I wasn't expecting to have to hit around trees. Nobody told me that. I'm not a good golf club swinger by nature, and it seemed to be working against me every time I swung. Maybe golf isn't a fit with my personality, or maybe the golf clubs don't fit with my style. Oh, and the golf balls, they just don't seem interested in going in the hole or even going in the right direction. What about just picking up the golf ball and carrying it to the green and then putting from there? And then maybe someday I'll get around to playing a real round of golf later. Now, how crazy would that be? If somebody goes out and they play their very first round of golf with brand new golf clubs, brand new golf ball, they got all the equipment, they got all the stuff, and they go out and it doesn't go the way they expected, and they're going like, I don't play like Tiger Woods. I don't know what's up. Maybe golf's not for me. Really? No, it's because it's brand new for you. Swinging a golf club's not natural. Neither is using a script. Neither is talking to for sale by owners. It's not natural. It's not automatic. It simply takes some time. And just like it takes years to master the game of golf, don't expect to get stellar results the first time you call for sale by owners, the first time you call expireds, the first day you're on the golf course, don't expect to hit below par. First time you call for sale by owners, don't expect to get a bunch of appointments and it all to go great. You're going to hit the ball into the rough. You're going to swing and you're going to miss. Here's how you get better. You commit to mastery and you go through the process of training, of coaching, of practice, and you do it day after day after day after week after month. And as you do that, everything changes. The difference is try the amateur approach or you go pro. When you do the work, when you're committed to doing the work of training, when you get a great coach, when you get the right training and then you're willing to do the rehearsal, the practice, you're going to miss, you're going to fail. That's going to happen. And every time you fail, you go like, okay, let's break this down. What should I have said? What could I have said? How should I approach that different? That's when you learned. Listen, I have listed and sold hundreds and hundreds of for sale by owners and hundreds of expired listings in my career. But I have taken thousands and thousands and thousands of no's. Of people who hung up on me, people who wouldn't set an appointment with me, people who didn't want to talk to me, people who threw objections that stumped me. I've taken those thousands of times. If I was unwilling to take the thousands of objections, I would have never got the hundreds of listings. So look, it's part of the journey. Don't expect to get results today. Now, I want to say one other thing. This is just the playbook. It's not going to give you everything that you need, like all the skills, the nuances, and all of that to do that. To do that, you need more. You can get in my coaching, or you can, I'm going to put the link in this video below for my online course, FX Extreme Online. And it is a deep dive online course on how to master talking to, getting leads, setting appointments, and getting listings, sellable listings with for sale by owners and expireds. And it will, if you're willing to do the work, it will be an absolute game changer for you. Don't expect signing up for it's going to give you the results you want. It's when you take and are willing to do the training, go through it, implement it, practice it, fail at it. It can be worth millions for you. So if you have questions on this, I think I wanted this video just to be a little bit of an encouragement that when you think, I don't know if this is going to work for me, nothing works for us until we master it. Give yourself some time. Be patient. Don't give up hope. you can do this. If you have some other questions, be sure and post the questions below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If I can help with anything, make sure you put the comments below, and you can click on the link below to go to FX Extreme Online. Check it out. It'll tell you all about it, about the guarantee, about what's included in it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.